Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lyds, and we're back to break some more thrones, and we of course last time just finished taking down the Manticore, but unfortunately, Eek did not choose to join us, because something about us not being loyal enough to the church or something like that. I'm sure it was all just some big misunderstanding, and he'll definitely be back to join us sometime soon, because, well, I mean, it did seem like he was a really good card, so it'd be great if we got the chance to get him back at some point. Curious, though, to see if there's any other consequences for us having defeated that Manticore, if maybe now the village people have something else to say to us.
Hallowed Mother, look upon these stricken souls what suffered evil. Protect, console.
But I think that's the same. So in that case, let's head on out here, and I'm thinking what we do now is if we take a look at our map, there's of course this puzzle with the golem that we tried previously, and we came close but couldn't quite get the job done. Then there's this other puzzle down here that I think we might have just gotten by checking notice board, but I don't actually think we've been here, and we certainly haven't tried that puzzle yet. So I think either one of these could be on our agenda here, and I think I have a better sense as to how we might want to take down this puzzle here. Because as I was saying, we tried it previously on a few attempts, and we came very close, basically one turn away from succeeding, but couldn't quite do it successfully, and so I think there's one particular thing that I may have overlooked that could perhaps be the real difference maker here, and, you know, may not need much of an improvement to get the job done, so I'm hoping that'll do the trick. Here goes nothing. Don't know if we'll get it done the first time here, but we'll give it a shot. So, of course, we have to eliminate all the enemies. And it is just one round. And it starts with just this boulder, but then once we defeat the boulder, it spawns, let's see, it spawns more boulders, and then once there are enough boulders, it'll spawn a lesser Dow. Then once we destroy the lesser Dow, if there are enough lesser Dow, then it'll create a full-blown Dow, and once we destroy the full-blown Dow, then we win. So that means we have to do a lot of damage and basically destroy a card, destroy an enemy, almost every single turn. So I don't remember exactly what our order of operations was previously, but I think it was something along the lines of Lyria and Rivia first. I think that's a pretty safe bet, because that is, of course, a guaranteed way to get rid of the first boulder. Now, I think previously we were going Wagenberg? Hold on. So we need, what, 3 or more boulders before we get the lesser Dow. Okay. That means... And when we destroy this, we'll spawn 2 boulders. So basically, once we destroy this round of boulders, then we'll get a single lesser Dow. I think we may, in that case, go with the Wagenberg here. Which, of course, will not immediately give us any additional damage. But, we'll soon, once we start loading up on additional cards in this melee row. So I think now what we do is we go War Wagon, which I'm pretty sure is what we did previously. That is, of course, a good way to give us some quick damage on the Wagenberg to destroy those boulders. And that should get enough boulders out there to create a lesser Dow. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards out here, which means if we were to go with the Lyria and Rivia now, we would destroy this lesser Dow in one turn, so I think that is probably the play here. And in doing that, we'll get 2 lesser Dows. And so now, of course, we'll end our turn here. But now is where things get tricky. This is where we ran into problems previously. So we want to give a charge to people who previously were using an ability. I think what we want here is we want to move the light infantry out of this row, and then we will use Reynard to reset these guys and give it so they can move back in. In fact, we might even want to do that now. I think we do. We go light infantry, then we go Reynard.
Company, forward march!
So that lets all of them restock on their abilities. We do this, and that's almost enough to immediately take out both these lesser Dows with the Wagenberg. We're not quite there yet, so I think we save this for the time being. Then we go Forager is the key thing that I think I was missing last time, because we destroy the unit to the right and boost self by its power. The boosting doesn't matter, but if we destroy the unit to the right, and we do that to specifically a light infantry, remember, that will damage a random enemy by 5. And that's enough to get rid of one of these lesser Dao. How big is the normal Dao? It's a 9. Okay, because if we do this to one light infantry, that's enough to destroy one. Do this to the other, that's enough to destroy the other. Then we get the full Dao, but will we have enough damage still to destroy that? It's gonna be close, but we might fall a little short. It's worth at least seeing how the math lines up here. Let's give this a shot here. We do that, we get rid of you. Oh, no, we immediately get this. Okay, hold on. We're onto something here. So now we go Forager here. Get rid of that light infantry, deal some damage, use the Wagenberg, and we did. Took us a few tries last time round, but once we realized what the deal was with those other guys that we previously were just throwing down in the melee row to create additional units to charge up the Wagenbergs and the Arbalists, once we realized they can actually deal damage too, that was the key. Oh, and let's see, we got a new card as well. This card has been added to your army and can be found in the command tent. Marana Runestone. Absolutely, let's check it out. Let's see. So it's over here. It's a Runestone right here. Heal all allies and boost them by 2. Okay. I'm not sure we want to use this, just because generally, if we're choosing between boosting and dealing damage, I think dealing damage tends to be more helpful to us, because there tend to be battles that have specific objectives where most of the time we're trying to destroy a specific unit, or units, plural. And so healing and boosting ourselves isn't really going to affect that much. So I think in that case, I probably would just stick with the Lyrian Horn instead. Similar. Basically just this is full-blown healing and boosting, whereas this is a combination of partially boosting, partially damage. So I think for that reason, Lyrian Horn just a little bit more versatile. So let's stick with that. But it's certainly nice to have more options. So I'm a fan of that, and there's also some additional loot here as well. Let's pick that up. Little did I know that boulders apparently are made of wood. That's cool too, I suppose. Let's see, then anything else hiding around here? Because first time we encountered this guy, did not even realize that it was a fight. I think I just assumed that it was some loot. Went over here and then got very startled when suddenly the boulders came to life. But anyways, now if we're looking at our map, that means we can check off that, that puzzle over there. Oh, I was wondering if there was any reason for us to go back to this point of interest, where previously there were some people who were trying to charge us monies for going through that area, and then we said, no thanks, went around this way, and we saved Shoop in the process, so it was totally worth it. I'm just curious to see, now that we have done that, or do they have anything else to say, or are they still like, pay us money, even though we clearly have another way around, and we don't even need to go that way? But just in case there is something there, I mean, we're like probably as close as we're ever going to get to that now, because I think we're just going to continue heading in the opposite direction. So take a quick check. I don't imagine there will be anything else there, but just in case. Oh, can we fast travel somewhere closer? That might actually be worth doing here. Let's see. We can get, yes, actually quite a bit closer. Sure, that should help. Absolutely. Not often we've done the fast traveling, to tell you the truth, but these guys.
I've seen so many armed men in my life, and each one in black plate and winged elm.
So, do you still want us to pay you monies? Although, tell you what, weren't they previously on that side? Now they're on this side? Because, well, I imagine they were, what was it? Were they on this side saying, hey, we'll clear the rubble away for you if you pay us something like 200 coins? But, now they're on this side. I don't remember exactly. Let's see.
Them Nilfgaardians got hearts of stone. No mercy for a single soul.
Now that's a phrase. Hearts of stone, you say? Oh, let's not go there just yet.
Reinforcements from the capital, milady. Where are they? Why have we no protection?
Well, you know, we've been asking the same question.
Never seen so many armed men in my life, and each one in black plate and winged elm.
Alright, I think that's all. Yes, it is. Okay. So, in that case, it sounds like not anything special here. Oh, hold on, we can actually interact with this. It wasn't technically the people. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so it looks like it's still asking us the same thing here. Your Majesty, a landslide on the road blocks our passage. Men could clear the way, on your orders, though they are clearly weary from the march and battle. So, okay, it was just 50 coins, but still. Found another way around, and, we either could have paid, lowered our morale, or said, whatever, we'll go around. And, we found a very good alternative by going around. So, nothing seems to have changed there. So, for that reason, okay, good to at least know that we're not missing anything by carrying on. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Speaking of missing something, though, we missed some loot. And that's no good. A little bit more over here, too. How dare we? How dare we miss that loot? It must have been, you know what? I think when we finished our battle over here, hold on. We ever been over here? Hold on. Let's do a little bit more thorough exploration, then. Can we go through this? No, we can't. Huh. Alright. Perhaps there is a fair bit more that we missed. In fact, there's a golden chest. Alright. Very good thing. We made a point of doubling back, as it turns out. Not the thing that I thought we were going to find here. But, certainly, it looks like it was still worthwhile. Let's take all this general loot. That's actually a pretty sizable sum we're getting from all this stuff. So, very nice. And then, what do we have here? Elf and Onion Soup. Congratulations, you've discovered a card that can be used in Gwent multiplayer. Ah, yes. Yes, I am familiar with this card, in fact. Okay, let's see. Very nice. More stuff here. Oh, what do we have? A letter. From Duke Ardal ap Day, Grand Chancellor. Was this the sort of diplomat person we ran into previously? Commander of Army Group East. To Colonel Eowyn var Glenvid. I've dispatched additional resources in our effort to gain allies in the region. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Reports suggest we are close to securing the lion's share. Do not leave the Nordlings wanting. Spare no expense. They shall return everything to us before long. With interest. Don't like the sound of you having success recruiting more people. That seems like the kind of thing that would not be good for us, generally. But, okay, let's just take a little closer look around here, make sure we didn't miss anything else, because, as it turns out, there was a fair bit here that we were about to leave behind, so I'm very grateful that we made the point of doubling back here and checking to see if there was anything. Again, not really the type of loot I was expecting for us to find. I wasn't really expecting loot per se, as much as I was expecting just maybe some other conversation with those people that we encountered. But, no, that's a large amount of resources, and of course that golden chest. So I'm very happy we did that. Then I thought, yeah, that we had gone here previously and wondered if we could go back into this area. Saw this door closed off and must have figured, okay, enough's enough. Guess we can't do that. And then we just carried on. But, just needed to go back further still in order to find some stuff. We chat with these people?
Guardian boot. Thought 'twas certain as snow comes with winter.
Not sure if we did.
Kings and emperors fight. Leave the common folk to tidy up. Never damn changes. Ever the same.
Tell that to Rob Thomas.
Kings and emperors fight. Leave the common folk to tidy up.
Okay, we've heard that. Did we chat with this soldier? Can we even? We cannot. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So, I mean, that's worth noting that was a pretty big battle that we did here, of course, previously. And does mean that perhaps in the future, whenever we find ourselves in a similarly significant battle, that doubling back to the place where we went to do that battle may mean picking up some additional loot, or in some cases even golden chests. Let's see, and we, of course, may want to use this fast travel spot here now that I think we've done just about everything from a looting standpoint that we'd want to do here. So yeah, what was it? Was it that golden chest that we nearly missed, I think? Well, let's head back over. Can we go here and sort of cut through this area and go straight to this puzzle? I think either way, that's probably still the best spot. Not that it's that far away from where we currently are. Okay, so I'm thinking that puzzle is probably next on our list. I think we've been through Pridem, right? We had an encounter here previously. Wasn't this where we ran into, was it Lippy? Uh,
Like a bat and a mess of teeth.
that doesn't sound good. We heard Eik making mention of a dragon and had said that he had hoped that it wasn't going to be active right now, or that it was hopefully in some other area. But that seems to suggest that perhaps there is a dragon around here, and that's not good. There is a shrine over there, although we are, what, we're on normal morale? Okay, maybe we'll save that just in case we have something that could threaten our morale, potentially make it go lower. Okay, speaking of dragons, might that be the dragon you're referring to? Something tells me that may be the case. What could possibly go wrong? Let's check it out. Alright. The Serpent of Foregate. The wyvern that prowled the fields of Foregate was first spotted by Meve, a local halfwit. That's his title, the halfwit. He had been busy carving obscene words into a birch stump by the roadside when the dragon had suddenly pierced the clouds above him. After hastily, and ineffectually, cleaning his soiled trousers with a fern leaf, he rushed to the village to warn the others of the vicious beast's presence. So we want to kill the wyvern. If there are no cows left, lose the battle. Okay, so we need to take down the wyvern, and we need to somehow protect the cows. It is a puzzle. Those are our special rules. And it's only one round, and we'll get a custom deck. Okay, let's try it out. Alright, let's see. Only one round. Understood. So what is the deal with this wyvern? We need to take it out every 2 turns on turn start, consume a random cow. So it'll just eat a cow. So that means what? We're not going to have much time to protect the wyvern, and it doesn't look like they're going to actually play any cards, so it's just a purely matter of dealing as much damage to this wyvern as possible, as quickly as possible. In which case, I mean, looking at our tools in our toolbox here, these are definitely some pieces that we are used to using in these types of situations. So I think, what have we done in the past? Load up on Wagenbergs early, then War Wagon to quickly load up on units in that row, and then once we've done that, maybe use the Wagenberg, or use Reynard to move the light infantry out, then back in to the row to increase the number of units there, or increase the armor on the Wagenbergs to increase the damage. Oh, so we need to be careful. Wagenberg can actually destroy cows, because it damages an entire row. Ooh. Alright. That's a little tricky. A bit of a trap there. I see what you did, game. Whereas, fortunately, the Arbalest can deal very targeted damage. We'll specifically hit the Wyvern in that case. So, alright, let's try playing around the Wagenberg, maximizing that. But as I was saying, there's the risk that we end up hitting the Wyvern with as much damage as possible, and in doing so, we will definitely take out these cows. If the Wyvern happens to consume all these other cows in the melee row, and then we wipe out the others in the range row, then obviously we're in trouble. So I think when it comes to this Wyvern consuming stuff, we'd very much like for it to consume these cows here. So hopefully it doesn't come down to just a matter of chance. And, you know, if the Wyvern consumes these ones, then we're good. If it consumes these ones, then we lose, but it might. We'll see. Alright, so it's Wagenberg first, and I think it's Wagenberg second. Just load up on as much Wagenberg damage as early as possible. Why is the... Okay, that was weird. The Wagenberg had a red sort of perimeter around it, as if, usually in multiplayer, Gwent, that would mean that your opponent is sort of hovering over your card. But when our opponent is a CPU, that's a little bit unnerving. It's like, is the Wyvern checking out our Wagenberg here? Alright, well, it does consume a cow in that row, and that is the row we would like. Oh, but bear in mind, consuming means that not only is it destroying that cow, it is also absorbing its power. So it is going to get stronger and harder to take out for all those reasons. So that's, I mean, it should have been blatantly obvious, but I was not immediately thinking about that at the time. Okay, so let's see. This gives us 7 damage here across the 2 Wagenbergs, which is obviously not yet enough. But what I'm wondering is, timing-wise, what is the best way to move the light infantry and play Reynard? I think it shouldn't matter too much. as long as we move these guys out of the same row as the Wagenberg, then play Reynard so that we can move them back in, making the Wagenberg more powerful. Okay, and then of course the Wyvern is going to continue to eat stuff if we aren't quick. So, let's see. Do we want to go Arbalest now? Or do we want to go Wagenberg now? I think we want to go Arbalest first, in which case I suppose we're doing Reynard at the very end. That way, my reasoning is, like we were saying before, the Wagenberg, when we use it in this range row, it's going to damage not only the Wyvern, but also this cow, so it's obviously going to destroy that cow. And we'd rather not do that if we don't have to, so I'd rather just target the Wyvern directly for now with the Arbalest, and that way if the Wyvern happens to choose to consume this cow in its next turn, then great. That means it did the cow destruction by itself, and we didn't help it along the way. So let's go for this and hit you. Alright, so now, let's see, it's gonna consume that cow. Okay, that is great. It says random, but, I don't know, we lucked out there. So, I don't know, part of me feels like maybe it isn't actually random, maybe it is always the cows in that range row. But, anyways, now I'm saying we do this. And, that's already 11 damage there. And then if we play Reynard on our next turn, is that enough by itself? See if we do. Oh no, hold on. Make sure we do this first, at the very least. You do that. You do this.
Company, forward march!
And that is, yeah, I mean, it is enough. But for good measure, we'll do this. Take you out. And it is absolutely all the damage we need. So we might have gotten lucky with how the Wyvern consumed those cows, because those were the cows we wanted it to eat. But either way, we still got the job done. Alright, so puzzle complete in that case. We'll take our loot. Not sure if there's any... Oh, well, I mean, this might have been the guy who soiled his armor. Sorry, buddy, but, oh, hold on, what do we have here? Few remedies exist for a man who has lost his youthful vigor. The recommended solution is a simple mixture of raw dragon egg, you just fight a dragon, or technically draconid, a sprinkle of sugar, and a splash of pepper vodka. Should no dragon eggs be readily available, instead boil the liver of a cockatrice after first massaging in a blend of Zeracanian spices. Okay, thanks? Not entirely sure what to do with that, but, sure. We'll loot this stuff for now, and then, I was kind of curious to see if there was any other stuff in this general area that might have been, you know, like people who were concerned about dragons and what have you. There was that guy over in this area. It's not like we got a specific quest to take care of that dragon, but maybe this guy has something else to say to us now?
Well, a worm, just as I said. Now who's addled in the head, eh?
I mean, there was a dragon over there. We did just take care of it, though.
Well, a worm, just as I said. Now who's addled in the head, eh?
Alright, you were correct. Not that I doubted you. Not that I really doubted you, but oh, hold on. Let's grab this. For a little bit more resources. And, oh, for a second I thought we could dig there, but I don't think so. I am curious. Let's take a quick look. It's been a while since we last checked to see if we could upgrade anything at the workshop. But, let's see. Got out the treasure. We were saying that for the most part, if we were thorough with our exploration, we didn't think we would need this. So I think we'd probably do pass on that. Then, oh, hold on. Oh, did we see this previously? I think this was available to us. And we just chose not to get it yet, because we were saying that we weren't sure if we were going to have enough trinkets for it to be worthwhile. And we have, of course, over time, as we've completed more puzzles and done other quests, picked up additional trinkets. So it's more relevant now than it was previously. Do we have enough good trinkets that we feel like that is beneficial to us at this time? I mean, eventually, I imagine, sure, it probably will be, but, you know, might it be better, at least at the moment, to continue to save our coins and our wood for something that is more immediately and directly beneficial to us? like, you know, if we got an improvement on the amount of gold we win after every battle, or the recruits we get after every battle, then that would be something we want to get as soon as possible so that we get as much benefit out of that as possible. We've definitely seen those things before, and we've definitely seen Meve's movement speed increasing previously as one of our options, so I think we deliberately passed on those things previously, and I don't think much has changed there yet. The one potential difference being that, like I was saying, obviously we do have more trinkets at this point, but still don't think it's necessarily enough of a factor for us to be looking to change that by making that upgrade, so let's see.
Something's wrong at Abbott's Ravine. I heard whinnies and screams at first. How all's gone silent.
I'm pretty sure that was the name of the place where we fought the enemy previously with EX, so I don't think that's a factor anymore.
Why ever do the gods punish us so? To be cast out by Nilfgaard, and now to face beasts.
Yeah, I think you're referring to, what was it, the Chimera? Or, no, I'm already forgetting the name of it, but, was it a Chimera? That we fought with, Eik, and so it should be taken care of now.
Night on the Eye Road, a day afore last, claimed the beast's called a girly Cora, or some such.
Okay, that's different. Not sure what you're referring to there.
Why ever do the gods punish us so? To be cast out by Nilfgaard, and now to face beasts.
I am also seeing that little loot there. Let's nab that before we carry on too far. Whatcha? Okay, nice. Little bit more stuffs. Then if we look at our map here, at this point, we know, or well, we have completed just about all the puzzles and battles and points of interest that we know about. So I think we're just looking at continuing on further south and eventually east till we get to our main quest over there. And that certainly looks like the end of our map here. So maybe, I don't know, moving on to a new area after that. Either way, let's head over in this direction. And we do have this shrine, which, as I was saying before, right now we're at normal morale, and, you know, do we deliberately try to save it in case we do something in the future that drives us down to low morale, and we feel like we're desperate to do something to at least get back to neutral? So, I mean, neutral is, most of the time, we're probably going to be fine on neutral, right? But, it's a luxury, but not a necessity to be on high morale for the most part, I imagine. But, being on low morale could be enough of a game changer that perhaps, at times, is enough to set us back. I suppose. We'll take it. As, you know, if we were to do something that lowers our morale, then sure, we'll just go from high morale down to neutral morale, and so, at the end of the day, it's a similar effect, I think. That almost looks like something we can loot. And then I saw this, and I was like, what? Something big over here? Now, this is just the Draconid that we took down previously. So, in that case, hold on, looks like we'll need to go around the other way, and, certainly looks like there's stuff going on down there, too. So perhaps we're looking to head in that direction. Yeah, is it actually not through here, but down this path and across the bridge instead? This being, of course, yeah, Abbott's Farm, and then Abbott's Ravine. That makes sense if that was the place down there. This was, of course, where we ran into Eik previously. And, hold on. More loots here. And this does look like the kind of place where I would expect some kind of hidden golden chest to be if we ever found a map for something like that. But, oh, I was curious what this was all about over here, and that's at Goodman's camp, and that is, of course, Lippy Goodman, who was the Skelliger that we fought not that long ago, once we started entering this general area. So, of course, we tried to convince him to fight the Nilfgaardians for us. As to whether that will actually prove to be successful, our little, reverse psychology mind games with him, that's remained to be seen. So, I don't know. We'll have to double back and we'll check that out later. I don't know. I mean, we could check now, I suppose. I don't know if I suppose there's a non-zero chance that he says, "Hold on, what are you doing here? Time to fight again." But let's check it out. Let's see. Oh, I saw the camera panning over, and I was like, okay, are we heading into some kind of cutscene or something? But no. No, we do have the chance to loot here. My guess is, well, I thought if anyone were Lippy, my guess was it was going to be this guy, because he looks like he's sort of in the middle of everything, but it doesn't look like we can talk to that guy, so I suppose for the most part we're just going to, well, loot their camp. Hopefully they don't notice. Hopefully they don't care. Hold on. Camp rules. No pissing in the fire. Absolutely not. No pooping next to the tents. Also not cool, man. No shouting at dawn. A little bit surprising. You break the rules, I break your legs. Lippy Goodman. Simple enough. Simple enough. And there's their longship. Let's see. So, oh, a little bit more here. And that looks like all the loot. And it looks like the only person we can chat with is this person, or perhaps this group of people here. We'll have to see.
One of them golden sons belongs on the side of my own ship.
Okay. Sure. If you want to fight Nilfgaardians, that's cool with me.
Nilfgaardians make for good prisoners. Good slaves, too.
Is it just me, or does it's not so much the accent, but the way in which he's talking sounds like a dog? He's woofing. He's growling at someone.
They got black shells, but the meat inside's red.
Something like that, anyways.
They got black shells, but the meat inside's red.
Alright, well that seems to be the last of the things we can chat with those guys about. In which case, we are, getting close to the end of this area, I think. We have this, village over here, which seems to have some people arguing with one another, and, we've certainly come into a few towns like that, in which usually, of course, it is our job to jump in and sort out whatever disputes they may be having. So that's probably something we'll be looking to do soon. And also this random dude who's just chilling on a log. So not exactly sure what that's all about either, but perhaps we'll get the chance to talk to him soon as well. But either way, I think this is probably a good place for us to wrap up here, because we did manage to complete that puzzle that we had spent a long time trying to figure out previously, and then we also took care of that wyvern fairly quickly as well. And, not to mention, we also doubled back and got some pretty sweet loot from the spoils of the battle that we fought a while back, and even got a golden chest out of that. So, lots of good stuff today. But either way, that being said, that's going to be it for now. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time.